Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Fires to the tight end. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Working on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoby. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the air, it's Card. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Miller with the ball. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The aerial assault continues. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Card. Flips it out in the flat. Oh, spender fella, and he's loose. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. First down to start the drive after the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snags it over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Boilermakers line it up with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Card. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Purdue!
Number 13 with the grab and the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Trying play action. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the ground with the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got his man, makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Card. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this. Get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this defense steps up. They're losing. They need a play. 3rd long, you're thinking pass. The offense actually tries to run the football. Not fooled. Forcing the 4th down now, trying to get the football back.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. To the air, it's Milroe. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
He'll get rid of it. Got him, and nobody's close. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the 3rd quarter. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some...
A shot toward the end zone. Tosses it incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Offense in a bunch formation. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He got it. And with that, they've taken the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Card. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Fires deep on the run. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to add
The
another.
kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll try the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. From the gun, give on the inside. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The back goes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give from the gun. Shakes off the tackler. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Oh, he left him grabbing. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Scrambling away. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Love. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Dropping back, it's Card. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Card. Fires to the big fella. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's got the tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. From the gun, looking for a man. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
Looking to throw, it's Card. Going for 6. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down. Tonight's final score, Alabama 27, Purdue